part 2. And number 4, what progress was made? Even if you didn't realize the ultimate success, have you noticed that when we discuss lessons learned, we often straight for the problems? And we do that because, people of God, we are problem solvers. But I don't have much time, so I'm going to rush through a little bit of it. And it says you got to realize what didn't work as you had hoped for. When things happen and you're starting a business or a ministry and things didn't happen the way that you wanted to happen, that's when we take inventory, people of God. We just look within ourselves and find out what didn't work. Then we veer off from what didn't work, and we cause what did work. So we are creators. We are co-creators. God is a creator. When God created the heavens and the earth, he spoke it, and it was so. So we have to be able to, when it comes here, within our thoughts, it comes into our heart, then we put it on paper, and we got to activate that. A lot of great things were created on the earth. If people didn't create what we needed, then we would be in trouble. So we are co-creators. We are born to be creative, people of God. So know that it says, you got to know what didn't work. Identify the disappointments or breakdowns that you haven't already considered. Think about the forces that worked against you, no matter how small. Like the expected sponsor who stayed on the sidelines. The big kickoff event that had to be rescheduled with her monumental. The meeting where it became evident that not all of the costs have been considered. The plight. I want to say that too, because we could be done prepared an event, and then things didn't happen the way that it did. And that don't mean that breakdown, that don't mean to give up and just, People may even be laughing at you or hoping that it would fail. But guess what? You got to keep on trying. Because the man that invented the lights, if he stopped inventing the lights, we wouldn't have electricity. There's a lot of things that he's on my mind now. Don't get on me for that. But I'm just saying that if they didn't invent it, just like the radio station, somebody had to invent the equipment that will be able to go all on the airwaves, all in surrounding areas where others could be blessed. Okay, because there's something that you have that is on the inside that have not even been created yet, that can be created, people of God. But it says, what made your wave stop? Nobody can stop you but you. Always remember that. Nobody can stop you but you. Summarize in 1 or 2 sentences what made your wave miss. What made you miss the mark? What made you miss it? Know the simple answer to this question, then break it apart to see what you can learn. This isn't about how you're feeling. It's about what actually happened. So we can't go by how we feel, because if we go by how we feel, if something didn't work out the way that we wanted it to, guess what? We'll be done gave up and said, forget it. Now, also, it says what determines what you can influence. And it says you've now looked at a situation. It's time to separate what you can control or influence from the issues outside your control. This is a return of the circle of influence, referenced in Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of High Effective People, a leadership classic. Okay, I'm going to go down to how credible was your idea. I'm just going to skip a little bit because I don't have much time. And it says, how credible was your idea? It may be a business concept, a process change, a new book, or a new program. This question can be one of the hardest to answer when you are attached to it. But try to step back and look at it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of things you have to analyze. What is it I'm doing? Like I was saying, God, I know you told me to be on the radio. How am I going to get sponsors? When I say that, I had to step back and analyze. And I had to see what I'm looking at from what I'm not looking at. And that's what I have to do. I have to look at what I'm looking at from, and it says how credible your idea is. And it says, what need or gap did it fill? What was the real impact of your idea? And it says, how much research did you do? We have to research what it is that we want to do. And so when you want to meet other people, know how to network more, you start reading that. Those people that got there, where you got, that are there before you got there, like study them. Like I studied Tyler Perry. There's other different people that study. There's other artists out there that you can study. What it took for them to get where they're at. So you have to study and do research on that, what it is that you want to do, people. And it says, what facts guided you to the idea? What experimentation or testing was done? How did you know the idea was meaningful? What made you believe it would work? Did you develop an idea patterns? So there's a lot. I'm not finished with it, but I'm going to stop for right now. And I will go from where I stopped at and start a little bit next week. But I want you to know that there's a lot, the greatness that is on the inside of you. And if you would like to be a blessing to my radio program, you can donate online at authenticpropheticexperience.com. authenticpropheticexperience.com. Or you can write me at email authenticpropheticexperience@gmail.com. authenticpropheticexperience@gmail.com. Or you can write me, send and make all checks and money orders payable to Authentic Prophetic Experience, P.O. Box 721, Sanford, Florida 32772. P.O. Box 721 32772. And you can write me there. You can let me know how it is on the radio, because I'm going to start reading letters that you write to me, people of God. You can also contact me at 407-283-0693. 407-283-0693.